Trouble, trouble in America. Hiring difficulties for small businesses. Hey gang, this is Mike with myrealestatedojo.com, and today I'm going to talk to you exactly the hiring difficulties small businesses have and the implication of that for real estate, for you, and for everyone around us. Because believe it or not, small businesses is what fuels our economy. Now, we all may be using Amazon and Walmart, but this is a small mom and pop shop that actually is more of the economy versus Amazon. Now, the situation is that, for example, I know a lot of small business owners, and most of them, I don't care if you're talking about pizza places, if you're talking about hamburger joints, if you're talking about restaurants, bars, they're having a hard time finding dish boys, having bus boys, finding hostesses, finding drivers. Okay, for example, in the pizza industry, there's two problems that they're facing. Okay, if you're in the delivery business, for example, because you want people to deliver for you for, let's say, $6, $7 plus tips, but unfortunately everywhere else you go, you see there says help wanted, and they're paying $15, $16 to start. Okay, at least in my part of the hood. Okay, so why would someone take a $7 an hour job in the hopes that they can make some tips versus a solid guarantee of $15, $16 just to start? Okay, so that's one of the things. The other thing is technology. For example, if you're in the pizza business, if you're in the Chinese food delivery business, then it's going to be harder to find delivery guys because technology like Uber, Lyft deliveries are making it drivers can make more money, work more flexible times on their own basis by using this technology. So technology is squeezing that middle small business owner from both directions. Okay, we have one direction that's inflation. We have one direction that is they can't afford to pay as much as, for example, Amazon pays. Then we also have the one direction of squeezing from technology differences. Okay, now there's other squeezing factors coming in, but I just wanted to just narrow it to the top three. So small businesses in America are getting squeezed. That's why I go left and right to small businesses and they're closed. I don't care if you're talking about coffee, restaurants, you name it, okay? The other day I took my kid to a trampoline park, and the one we used to go to, they were closed down just all of a suddenly. It's always all of a suddenly. Like, you go there, there's nothing wrong. Then one day you go and they're just like closed down and says we're closed for business. It's going to be very, very all of a suddenly, okay? I can't count the countless restaurants that I used to personally eat at that have closed down, okay, since the pandemic, bug 19 till now. So, but now it's becoming very difficult for these small businesses to compete because they cannot pay that $15, $16 just entry level pay. The bigger companies can because they're getting free money in the stock market. They're getting free money from the Fed printing press. They're able to buy their own stocks and create more wealth for themselves, and therefore be able to borrow more money because their company is valued at a higher stage. But the small business owners, the owners are going to have to actually be there, because I see so many old people that own businesses. Before they used to have employees, or before they used to have high school kids or college kids work there, or the immigrants work there, but now they got to do that because no one wants to do those jobs. But now the other thing is that I'm predicting that the pendulum is changing. We're at one section where it's very hard for businesses to find jobs, but I think eventually the pendulum is going to change, where when the economy and the suffering starts happening, and businesses, big corporations starts cutting back and laying off people, and small businesses keep on belling it up because no one cares, that we are going to see the pendulum shift to where it's going to be really hard to find a job. Very, very hard. Everyone's going to be competing to find that job. Right now, you got the stimulus still wearing off. There's still some in the body, and so people are not motivated. But however, there's not going to be a pendulum. My opinion is, I believe that in the near future, pendulum is going to shift from one side, which is there's a lot of jobs and everyone's competing for the employees, to the other side, where there's very few jobs and people are taking pay cuts. They can find a job just to survive. So I told my friends that have businesses, I just said, just hold on tight, dude. If you can just barely make it, you just got to hold on tight because things going to change and you're going to have a wall of people to choose from. And that's just my opinion, okay, not financial advice. So this is where we are today. The massive printing of money has created significant pain in the consumer, significant pain in the business owner. We have created shortages from actual real life materials all the way to job shortages. And basically, this is what happens when the Fed, when central government interferes in a free market. It always causes an imbalance. This is the same thing, both as above as below. This is the same exact thing that happens with modern medicine. Whenever you take that pill, it creates side effects. Basically, it throws the body off homeostasis. It throws the body off this natural center of balance and causes other problems. And this is what happens with, when the Fed prints or the central bankers, central government controls the market in one way, it causes side effects in different areas. And at the end of the day, the patient pays the price. And unfortunately, in the economy, the patient is you and I, because the people that are closer to the printing press, they basically benefit from this chaos that everyone else has to go through. And a great example is the last crash, 2006, fourth quarter, 2007, 2008, what other people call it. We saw a lot of people lose their homes, ladies and gentlemen. And I was in that industry where I got to buy it. One of the reasons I stopped buying after a certain amount, because I was kind of tired of hearing all the sad stories, because I was the guy that was sitting there listening to people's sad stories, where the bankers, mortgage bankers, made off with a lot of money, giving people arms, adjustable mortgage rates, and all kinds of crazy stuff, interest-only loans that are on residential homes, first-time home buyers, which is pretty crazy. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for clicking the like button. Don't take no for an answer. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy.